about to start making my first swarm trap. So, apparently I need a double boiler. My trap is going to be this bucket. I need a double boiler for melting wax, apparently. I think it's just a safety thing, so you don't burn it. But I'm not 100% sure, so I'll go with what they say. So, water in a pot. Water in a pot. That'll do. Pot on the stove. Smaller pot inside. How will I do this? Anyway, inside the large pot. That's my lunch. The fish. Where am I? Yeah, lunch is my fish. Turn the gas on. Okay, beeswax into the double boiler pot to melt. I saw this a video on YouTube. I'll find him again and give him credit, so that if you want to check out his channel as well, you can. Melt the wax and then paint it on. So wax is going in, that'll double boil in the pot, and then wax is getting painted on there and the inside of the bucket. I may also put some foundation in there, just a couple of little strips of foundation to get started on. I'll see how I go. But this is the first trap. Righto. Hello, Pixie, my puppy. My dog just came in. As I said, I saw this on another channel. I've melted the wax in the double boiler. I'm leaving it in the double boiler so it stays hot. And now it's a matter of painting wax onto the lid and the inside. I can see I'm going to have to be bloody fast with this. The other thing I've decided I'm going to do with it, yep, not like me being this organised, but anyway, is I'm going to stick some of the foundation, a couple of strips of foundation, onto the lid. So that, yeah, that's alright, that's on, cool. So that if any bees that happen to come into it have instantly got something to work on. Now, I saw in other videos where they put full frames in. Bloody hell, as I am really short on everything and I'm doing this from scratch with bugger all money, I'm not going with the full strips or the full frame. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Run that into there. Stay up, buggy up. Okay, I'll turn it over and try it the other way. Now, it's a matter of painting inside the bucket somewhat. I don't know how much I need to put in, but I'm going to give it a go. This is to make a swarm trap. And hopefully it'll work. But it really should. I've also had another idea. Apparently in the wild, bees will find a burnt out log and they move in. So I'm going to go and get some charcoal and glue it in with some wax, charcoal out of a fire, because that will put charcoal smells in here as well. And should assist the guys out there searching and finding. So, can you see inside? Hope so. I don't know how good that camera is. Alright, that goes on there. That there is foundation on the bottom of the bucket. The bees hopefully will draw that out a bit, that enter, and now I'm going to get some charcoal. So, right, charcoal, just charcoal out of my fire, wax some wax on it. Ow, that's hot, ouch, 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 ouch. And glue it in with some wax. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, if it's going to make any difference or not, but it doesn't hurt to try. I will try a number of different methods of doing this. The other thing this will be good for is I'll put my lemongrass oil on the charcoal, and that should cause it to hang around a lot longer, because I don't have them funny little packages that I keep seeing on all the videos. Okay, that there is the first stage. Can you see the charcoal? I don't know if I'm picking up from there, but this charcoal glued, oh no, I can come over closer. There's charcoal glued in there. I'll put some of the lemon scented oil on there as well. Yep, and when it's standing up, it's staying in position, that's good. Hopefully that will create some more of the scent that they normally pick up naturally in the wild. I'll bring this over so you can see better too. Now the video I saw didn't have the foundation glued on like that. I have seen them with full frames in there, but I prefer to keep my frames because I'm doing it from the cheap and starting off. The frames I've got for putting into beehives I build. So that there inside the bucket hopefully will be enough incentive for the bees or the swarm that I'm hoping to catch to move in and start using straight away. Right. I've decided also to put a vent in the bottom. I've got a bit more wax on that. Yeah, I'm going to put a vent in the bottom. I'm just seen somewhere that they've got to have the airflow, so I'm one of these bits of wax foundation was a bit wobbly on one side, so I'm added a bit more wax to it. Okay, vent in the bottom. From a vent, turn the bucket over, get a little serrated knife and cut a hole not real big, just enough to get a bit of airflow in. As I said, it's bush hacks. And this is one of my first hacks. Well, this is my first hack for the channel. Right, so one small hole in the bottom. Now I'll get, hopefully it's big enough, I don't know. Now I'll get some fly screen wire. Put it over the top of the hole and put some wax over the top of that to help it keep it in place. How big do I need it? That's loads. I don't need all of that, I only need half of that. So I'll trim that. I have a pair of scissors here. That'll do. Trim that up. Trim them little loose bits of sticky wire off. Put that on the inside over the top of the hole. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but over the top of the hole. And just get a little bit of the wax on the brush. And trickle it over the top. And that there, my friends, will give me, when that's gone off, a vent. An air vent. Now, for the entranceway for the bees, okay, I'm going to use one of them. Actually, I'll use the drill bit first because that one's a bit blunt. That's a bit tight, that needs a bit of oil. Up so that it sits underneath the edge of the lip. The horrible noise is because this is a ratchet hammer drill too, and for some reason the hammer, part of the hammer drill on this, constantly engages. Yep. So excuse the horrid noise. Right, there we have one entrance hole for the bees. Now I'll get the drill out again and put a few more breather holes around for the airflow. One, two, bloody hell. Three, four, and a couple on the bottom side. Oh, bloody useless. The small holes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that should be ready for hanging. When I found out the lemongrass is the scented stuff that you put inside the hive for attracting the bees, because it puts out the same, I think it's the same pheromone the queen bee puts off, and that's what attracts the, I think it's the drone that goes looking, or whoever it is that goes looking. The worker goes looking and finds the hive, smells that, heads towards it, checks it out. If he thinks it's, or it thinks it's suitable, goes back, tells the rest of them, and they go, yeah, sweet, we're going to move in. Now, I just happen to have where am I, which end? There it is. Lemongrass oil, because I do some home brewing. And I use the oils, the cold pressed organic essential oils for flavouring some of my drinks. So, I didn't have to go and get this, I've got plenty. So now I'm going to use a cotton wool bud inside on that to paint around the edge of the entrance hole. Put a little bit on, there's a paper label there that'll hold. Put a little bit on there. I'll also put another little bit of charcoal just inside the entrance hole. So I'll put a dab of this on there. Apparently you can use too much of this, so I'm not going to go crazy with it, because we don't want to make it overpowering for them. And a tiny drip on the charcoal that I put in before. That'll do. I'll leave the lid off. Now I smell pretty too. I'll walk outside and I'll get attacked by bees. Woohoo! Which would be no good because I don't have my vest yet. That comes hopefully at the end of this week, if not the start of next week. And then I'm just about set. Right, so, recap. Lid with wax painted on it and some foundation. I will do some when I get more buckets with no foundation added. I'll do some without charcoal. Bucket. The vent hole on the bottom, charcoal gone to the side, because if they moved into a hollow tree, the chances are to be burnt out. So having some charcoal in there is okay. Entrance hole underneath the lip, which keeps the rain out, hopefully, if it does happen to rain. Holes drilled in for air and a little airflow. And yeah, the charcoal glued to the side and the lemongrass oil on top on it. So now it's a matter of getting the lid on, and that's a pain because these lids are, oops, I've got some wax where it shouldn't be, so I have to pop that out, otherwise I'll never get the lid on. If I can get it out. Otherwise I won't be able to get the lid on. Or won't be able to get it off. I'll just drop that in there because any bees that move in will go, oh look, spare wax, we can use that. I think that's what they'll do. I'm hoping that's what they'll do. That should be enough. Lid goes on. And if I'm not mistaken, that there is ready to get hung up in a tree as one swarm trap. I've got a couple of places in mind. I'll go and check that out. I was told that you go on the canola where there's people have hives, or where other people, well, I got a big slap on the wrist. You don't go anywhere near where other people have got hives on the canola if you like keeping your swarm traps and not getting them knocked off or destroyed. But there's plenty of canola around here that have, or that I know of, don't have any bees on them, but the bees will be there because I'll be pollinating it. So down the road a bit there's a place where there's some canola growing with a big gum tree beside it. I'm going to go and hang this on the gum tree and check it every couple of days and hopefully come back with a swarm. I'll show the hanging and I will show the checking and see if I catch one. For now, out.